Hi everybody, welcome back to Bike to Table, the channel where we go for a little ride, enjoy all things riding, and then we head to my kitchen to make a meal that's easy, fun to cook, and delicious. I'm John, I'm up here in Northeast Ohio, and it's winter, which means it is cold and snowy. I'm reading so much online about the new bikes that are coming out, and they're finally starting to arrive at my local Harley dealership. I'm excited to get up there to do some walkarounds, and if I can, I'll be taking you along with me. There are a few bikes I'm looking forward to seeing. The first is the new 2021 Street Bob. Now, Harley has given this bike an engine boost, upping it from 107 cubic inches to 114. Now, I don't know about you, but that sounds awesome. I'm sitting on my 103 Road Glide from 2011, which was an upgrade at that time. I can't even imagine climbing aboard this light bike at 114 cubic inches. It has got to feel like a rocket when you're starting off. As I mentioned a few videos ago, I was right. Harley did drop a few softails like the Deluxe and the FXDR, but again, that's understandable. This allows the company to focus more on the softails that they did keep, and that's a good move. If you like baggers, there are some upgrades there as well. The Street Glide Special, the Road Glide Special, and the Road King Special, they all got some different profile engine guards, the option of a black or chrome engine, and there are some upgrades also available. Now this includes a Rockford Fosgate upgrade. Now this happens to be the same upgrade that I did on my Road Glide a few years ago, and I love it, so definitely go for that. They also offer heated and cooled sundowner seats. Yes, cooled, which would be amazing in those summer heat months. They're going to upgrade the LED lighting also for you. And then also these slick new rims that are coming in. They look part mag and part spokes. It's great styling from the pictures that I've seen. Now I have to admit, I was completely wrong when I listened to the online chat that, from people that were supposed to be in the know. Now they said that they cut all CVO lines of all levels of bikes across the board. They were wrong, and I was wrong for reporting it. Now Harley did confirm they do have a CVO lineup for 2021 that also includes the Road Glide, the Street Glide, and the Tri Glide. Now they're all powered by the 117 cubic inch motor, which is even bigger than the 114, so wow. They also have a bunch of rider safety features. Now those include quartering ABS, traction control, hill hold control, and tire pressure monitoring. As I said, they're coming in, and I'm going to get up there because I want to see these bikes. So for the kitchen today, I'm going to do a walkthrough with you, and I had a little inspiration at the grocery store, and it all starts with a bag of mixed diced vegetables. I know, right? You got to hang around for that. But as always, please like and subscribe. And I'm hoping to gain a few subscribers each month, and I appreciate your support. Now let's head to that kitchen. Hi everybody, welcome back to Bike to Table. I'm John, welcome to my kitchen. Today at the store, I got a little inspired. Go with me on this. The store is having a sale. It had a bag of diced mixed vegetables. It had carrots in it, some squash, and some potatoes. Now I'm not sure why they did this, but they had it, so had to pick it up. The work was already done, so why not? So I knew I had some pork chops in the freezer from like a 10-pack that I bought a couple months ago. So I pulled 2 of those out and got those thawed. So we're going to make roasted vegetables with some pork. Now on top of the pork today, we're going to put a cracker crust on it. We used to do pretzel crust, but we're going to do cracker crust this time. And we're going to mix it with a nice garlic herb butter that we're going to make. So let's check out our ingredients today. Okay, so we have our pork chops. We have our diced vegetables in there. We're going to mix that with a little bit of pot roast seasoning that I had in the cabinet. I thought that would be good with it because pot roast usually has some kind of potatoes or carrots with it, which is 2 of the ingredients we already have diced up. So that's going to go perfect. I know we're going to do great with that. There's the crushed up crackers that I already have done. We're going to make some garlic herb butter. We have onion powder, parsley, and some garlic salt that we're going to use to make the garlic butter with. So this is going to be a super simple recipe for you, inspired by a $2 bag of vegetables. Let's get cooking. Okay, first up in our vegetable medley mix that we already have here, we have some pot roast seasoning Put in about 1.5 teaspoons of that out of the can. Just sprinkle that into the vegetables. We're going to take our teaspoon and add 2 teaspoons of olive oil. 1. Come on, there we go, 2. And we just mix that up. The olive oil that we've used before in the oven coats the vegetables and distributes the seasoning and binds it to the veggies. We're also going to add a little bit of pepper, a little bit of salt. Now we put the oven at 425 degrees. We just put the vegetables right into the pan. Make sure they're equal distributed throughout the pan. We're going to leave this uncovered so they get roasted. Now this is going to go into the oven at 425 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. So what I did is I took 3 tablespoons of butter. I melted that in the microwave, so we already have that in our little dish. We're just going to add in some garlic salt, some onion powder, and some parsley. And so we just mix that in, and how much of each ingredient that you put in, I like to put in probably about 1/4 teaspoon of each. You can make it stronger if you want. It depends on your taste. But I find that 1/4 teaspoon of each usually works best for me. This is going to then go into the freezer so it'll firm up for when we put it on top of the cracker crust on top of the pork. So for the pork, we've patted them dry because you want to be able to let the pork absorb in the flavor you're going to put in. So we have just our little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of the onion powder, and then some of the parsley. Oh, here we go. And you pat that in a little bit. You flip it over and do the same thing to the other side. So it just waits for a few minutes until the vegetables have had that 20 minutes to cook. We're going to pull that out, push them to a side, put the pork in, top it with that crust, top it with that butter, put it back in the oven, and it's going to be a great dinner. So we have the vegetables out of the oven. They're looking really nice. We're going to push those off to one side. And then we're going to put our pork directly right into the pan. There we go. Top it with our crushed up crackers. Just like that. We'll pat it in just a little bit so that way the crackers can bind a little to the pork. We'll grab our bowl, plop on a little bit of garlic herb butter that we made. Firmed up nicely in the freezer there for the few minutes. Doesn't have to be rock hard to be able to put onto the top of the crust. Just firm enough so it doesn't run all over the sides. So this is going to go back into the oven at 425 degrees for 20 minutes. Guess what time it is? Plate up time. We've pulled the pork and vegetables from the stove already. We'll just scoop out some of the roasted veggies onto our plate. There we go. Grab one of the pieces of pork. That looks really great. It has that nice buttery cracker crust on the top there. We'll dress the veggies up with a little pat of butter. And there we go. We have our vegetable medley with a cracker crust, top pork chop, and garlic butter. It's amazing what a little bit of inspiration at the grocery store can do. Keep your minds open, look and see what they have out. You never know where you might get inspired to create a great meal. Thanks for watching Bike to Table. I'm John, and remember, live to ride, ride to eat.